You're the fucking reason. You shut down debate. You politicians, you journalists, you commentators, every one of you. You made it impossible.
Keir Starmer in shock as Tommy Robinson makes live statement. Okay, you're not going to believe what just happened. While most people were busy debating party conferences and policy polls, something unfolded live on air, something that left even Keir Starmer completely speechless. Now, whether you agree with Robinson or not, what he just said during that broadcast has sent shockwaves across the UK political space. People are divided, tempers are flaring, and one thing's for sure: this moment will be talked about for weeks. It all started during a heated radio discussion that was supposed to be about the state of free speech in Britain. Tommy Robinson, known for his blunt opinions and often controversial takes, was invited as a guest to give his perspective. Keir Starmer, appearing in a separate segment of the same program, was there to discuss Labour's latest policies and the government's position on public safety. At first, things seemed ordinary, but within minutes, the tone changed. Robinson didn't hold back. He questioned what he called double standards in how certain voices are treated by the media and politicians. He spoke about what he saw as a growing culture of censorship, and then he turned his attention directly towards Starmer's leadership. His words: calm, deliberate, and absolutely cutting. According to those who watched the broadcast live, Robinson said something that made the entire studio fall silent, a statement questioning Starmer's credibility and consistency on issues of national security. And that's when it happened. The camera caught Starmer's reaction. For a moment, he just stared. No response, no interjection, no quick political comeback. Just silence. That pause became the clip that spread like wildfire across social media. Within hours, #StarmerSpeechless and #TommyRobinsonLive were trending simultaneously. Memes flooded X, formerly Twitter. Short clips were reposted to YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, each version getting thousands, sometimes millions of views. People weren't just reacting to what Robinson said, they were reacting to Starmer's silence. But here's where things got even more interesting. Political commentators quickly jumped in. One journalist from a major UK outlet wrote, "Starmer's silence wasn't weakness, it was calculation." Another analyst disagreed, saying, "If you can't respond to criticism live, it shows you're not in full command of the narrative." Meanwhile, supporters of both men went head-to-head online. One comment read, "Tommy said what most people are afraid to say, and Starmer had no answers." Another fired back, "This isn't courage, it's chaos. We need real debate, not performance politics." And that's exactly the tension that's now dominating headlines: the divide between outspoken activism and cautious leadership. Because whether you support Starmer's more measured approach or Robinson's fiery delivery, the truth is moments like this shape how people perceive strength and authenticity in politics. Now, here's the part most people missed. Behind that brief viral moment is a deeper question about media control and political image. Starmer's team, according to insiders, is extremely careful about his appearances. Every word, every look, every pause is managed. So when an unplanned exchange throws him off script, it becomes headline gold. One senior Labour aide reportedly told a local paper, "We didn't expect Robinson to go that far. The segment wasn't meant to be confrontational." Yet, for Robinson, confrontation is the message. He's built a following by saying what others won't, sometimes harshly, sometimes boldly, but always directly. And for many viewers, that directness feels refreshing in a world where politics often sound scripted. So when he challenged Starmer live, it wasn't just about the content of his words, it was about what that moment represented. This isn't the first time a British political leader has been caught off guard by a controversial figure. Remember the early Brexit debates? Remember the moments when Farage, Johnson, or even backbench MPs made headlines for unfiltered exchanges? In a media landscape driven by clips and clicks, one viral moment can outweigh a year's worth of careful messaging. And that's exactly what's happening here. Political opponents are seizing on the clip to question Starmer's ability to think on his feet. Supporters are defending him, saying he stayed calm under provocation. Meanwhile, Robinson's name is back in the headlines, and whether people like him or not, he's once again controlling the conversation. Here's the irony: both men walked away from that day with something unexpected. Starmer, though silent, reminded viewers that he doesn't engage in shouting matches. That appeals to a portion of voters who crave steadiness. But Robinson walked away with a viral victory, millions of views, renewed attention, and a surge in online discussions around free speech, truth, and media fairness. And in modern politics, attention is power. As one social media analyst put it, this wasn't just a debate, it was a moment of political theater, perfectly timed for the algorithm. He's right. Because in today's world, being right doesn't always matter as much as being heard. And this week, Tommy Robinson was definitely heard loud and clear. Here's the question. Will Starmer address the comments directly in an upcoming interview? Will Labour's media team try to reframe the narrative? Or will they simply let the moment pass, hoping the storm fades as quickly as it came? One thing's certain, this won't be the last time Britain sees a viral clash between a political leader and a populist firebrand. Moments like these test not only the people on stage, but the public watching from home. Because whether you agree with Starmer's silence or Robinson's statement, both sides are shaping how truth, power, and courage are defined in British politics today.